there, and welcome to the Locker Room. Coach Giggs here, and today's message, be more optimistic. Be more optimistic. I don't know how you feel, but on some days I wake up and I'm not as optimistic as I am on other days. And here's what I've learned. When I'm optimistic and hopeful, it's because I've got my dreams, I have my goals, I have my desires in front of me and inside of me at all times. So first and foremost, in order to be an optimist, we need to have a reason to be optimistic. That means we need to have dreams and goals and those things that we want to see come to pass. So first and foremost, to become an optimist, let's decide exactly what we want and stop at nothing to make sure we get it. Number two, get around optimists. You know, if you're getting around negative people who are not so optimistic, well, then you're not going to be so optimistic. So get around optimistic people. I've always said, I'm an optimist. I go after Moby Dick. I take the rowboat and tartar sauce with me. That's just what I am. I've always learned and known that being optimistic is very important. So have those goals in front of you. Get around other optimistic people. Number three, focus on what's right. Focus on what's good in your life, and that'll help you to become more optimistic. Also, I highly recommend a great book that Mr. Rappaport gave me years ago that I never let out of my hand. The title of it is Learned Optimism. Believe it or not, optimism is something that we can learn. So if you're not feeling that you're that optimistic as maybe you should be, don't feel so bad. Most of us are that way. It's a lot easier to be negative. You know, when I turn on the news at night, I don't know about you, but most of it is negative. In fact, today's news, as I broadcast this, was that shooting out in Colorado. That certainly can create a lot of negative feelings and cause us to be maybe not so optimistic. And so I would encourage you to be careful at the news that you're watching, though I certainly don't want to put my head in the sand. I know people who don't watch the news because it's so negative and it brings them down. So just a few tips here, gang, on how to become more optimistic. Go out and get the book, Learned Optimism, if you really need help and you're really like so far away from being optimistic that you need like a thumper cables on you or something. But whatever you do, realize that it is optimism, hope, and faith that's going to bring you into the promised land, into that place where you can live an exciting life filled with all those beautiful things that we all deserve. So that's the message today, gang. Be and become more optimistic. And in so doing, you will be living your very best life. Thanks for joining me in the Locker Room, gang, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
If you know someone you feel has a special story to tell or life to share, please email Eric directly and he will reach out to you and or this individual, even if you think this person is you. And by the way, if you've enjoyed and feel the Daily Locker Room has served as an inspiration in your life, why not share it with a friend by sending them the daily message?